Guys, happy morning. If I am right, I am addressing MBA students. When you call yourself Masters of Business Administrators, your vocabulary should say that you have a Masters in Business Administration. Let me put it this way. When I see a person neatly dressed and there are no wrinkles in his shirt, very white, a tie, neatly combed hair, very groomed air, and then he starts walking very stylishly, very fast, and with that accuracy when he introduces himself, we feel like asking him, are you an MBA? So, the Masters in Business Administration should actually be exhibited in your body language that you use and the words that you utter whenever you get an opportunity. Now let me come once again. Happy morning, guys!
Happy morning,
No, energy is still low. Today is a world where if you do not stand tall, either technically or non-technically, nobody is going to identify you. There are thousands of MBA graduates who graduate every year. I'm again putting it across. There are thousands of graduates who are going to graduate every year. If you need to be identified, you need to create a value addition for you. So what is that value addition that you can create is the class or the session for today. I've completed my Masters in Business Administration. Now what? Am I going to become an entrepreneur? Am I going to work for a company and see to it I am given the best post? Am I going to earn in dollars? And what is the target I have? These questions, when you answer yourself, try to answer this, you will automatically start getting where you want to go ahead. And the topic that was given for me is good and healthy habits for youngsters. Now that all of you are in your fourth sem, if I'm right, you need to plan yourself for the next 6 months so that if there is any kind of a campus drive that is happening, you should be ready to hit the bullseye. So today's session is all about how are you going to build up such habits. When people look at you, they should say, I think you should be a Master's in Business Administration. I think you should be a PhD in this business administration. I think he's a foreign written business administrator. So these lines will only come when you follow certain habits. Even communicating in a very polished language is an habit. Communicating in a vulgar language is an habit. There are certain times when people start communicating and they open up their statement with vulgar words. And what do we say? Hey, it's habitual, yaar. He always does this. That means he is an habitual offender of non-communicating in a very formal manner. And believe me, when consistently in the college for the first sem, for the second sem, for the third sem, and even for the fourth sem which is going to continue from now, if you have developed the skill sets of always speaking casually, do you think in the interview you can automatically speak formally? It doesn't happen. That which you do on a daily basis will reflect in the match. Tendulkar never told, it is just a practice session, let me take it casually. No. If he would have, the coach wouldn't have allowed him. He says, take this more seriously than the match, then in the match you can always perform. Now the same thing holds good to you also. You have finished your first sem, you have finished your second sem, you have finished your third sem, you are shortly going to finish your fourth sem. Now you are going to go to a place called as an interview. If you have not consistently formally spoken on that day as an habitual speaker, it doesn't come. They say in your habit that formal speaking is not there. Today is the first time you are speaking. Let me take a still more simpler example. For foreign ladies who are used to wearing blazer and comfortable shirts, if they are being regularly wearing that to the college, and on the interview day, if they have stitched something very new in the same attire, when they go, people can identify she is able to carry it very comfortably because she is used to wearing a blazer, pant and shirt. But when you have never owned that in your MBA, though they had made it mandatory, a blazer is a must for a Masters in Business Administration student, but still you took it very, very casually. You never wore it, but on that day when you wear it, the HR will know, I think something is not matching, or you're not comfortable with the clothing. Then this question is, are you having that habit of regularly being formally dressed? So anything that you do consistently over a period of so many years becomes what is called as an habit. It could be negative habit, good habits, or it could be bad habits. So here we are talking about good habits. Anything that will help you to progress to a better job, that is called as healthy habits. Anything which will put an hindrance, which will put a resistance to whatever you want to achieve, that is called as unhealthy habits. Now let us plan what are good habits, what are healthy habits, what are bad habits, and what are unhealthy habits. So again, I would like to make a statement. It is very easy to complete your MBA, because anybody who has taken admission in your MBA, you will definitely complete MBA. There is no doubt at all. Admission in schools and colleges will definitely happen. We will come to yours. Good academic and technical skills will definitely get you the interview, but it is your good and healthy habits that can actually get you to the big dream job. I'll take up a simple example from the interview facing skills only. In the so-called HR place, what does it happen? As soon as you walk in, you will have a very beautifully professionally designed resume. You have mentioned all those things which talks good about you, and you go and sit there. The HR is going to look at the resume, and his first question is, can you introduce yourself? Can you tell something about yourself? How often have you practiced within your MBA program, on a daily basis or on a weekly basis at least, coming on the dais and introducing yourself very professionally? If you have never done it, then on that day, how could you do it very professionally? Highly impossible. If you have heard about TEDx talk, I think this college should have this program of TEDx. If it is not in the name of TEDx, in the name of a public speaking seminar exclusively for MBA, where every week they will have to enact this, and everybody's habit has to be, this Saturday there will be a topic, I will go and I will perform. Before speaking about the topic, I'll give my self-introduction. I'll give my self-introduction so professionally. The moment a person hears my self-introduction, he should feel, wow, what a candidate he is. For that, you need to develop these habits. Again, I am telling you, good and academic and technical skills will definitely get you to the interview, but it's good and healthy habits that you have practiced. It is not that you will practice there. It will not happen. Always remember, an habit, acted habit is there. Normal habit is there. What is acted habit? Hey, the principal is watching me. Then you start behaving in a very disciplined manner. That is not your habit. That is an acted habit. Whether the principal is there, whether the lecturer is there, whether somebody is observing me or not, if I can follow certain discipline, that is actually your own habit. It is not an acted habit. Most of us are actually performing an acted habit. I need to go to college. I am on my bike. I just start. There is a red signal. After the red, you look for whether there is a traffic man. Traffic man ilva, red means green only. So you go. When the traffic man is there, you start wearing your hat. That is actually your real habit. Acted habit is when the traffic policeman is there, you start performing. So today we are going to look at certain good and healthy habits which you will have to continue right from now. It should have done from the academic beginning only. If it is not, at least by first standard, at least when you got into high school, it should have been religiously practiced. If it is not in high school, at least at +1 and +2, if these habits, good and bad habits, if you would have practiced, you would have framed yourself, your personality in a much more pointed way so that you can hit the bullseye, the dream job. So today we will look at what are those habits that you will have to follow. First, let us understand basic negative habits that all of us have, including me, including the lecturers, including the principal, including the chairman. All of us have this. What is that? We all have start in trouble habit. What is that starting trouble habit? Let me come from your academic point of view only. All of you, when you saw your graduation result, or when you saw your 10th standard result, or when you saw your plus 2 result, the result was on the board, or the result was on the TV, or it was on the monitor. The moment you saw your result, something deep inside told, this is not my result. ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಓದಿದ್ರೆ, if I would have actually studied a little bit more professionally, if would have put a little bit of hard and smart work, I think my result should have been there. It is actually here. All of us get this feeling? None of you will say, "Arey yaar, I should have failed in all the subjects. Come on, I have come rank." That will never happen. You will always start looking at the result and something deep inside says, this is not my result. If I would have put the right kind of effort and hard work, which I could have actually comfortably done, my result should have been there. This is not my result. Slowly within yourself, something deep inside says, no, this is not your result. And then your mind starts planning, because all of us are given this birth of human not by chance here. After so many janmas, means after so many incarnation, you get a life of a human being. You are chosen to become that human being. Always remember this. When God had to create a living creature, He could have created you as anything else, a microorganism, an animal, a bird, a worm, an insect, or a microorganism which is even not visible to our naked eye. But if He has chosen you and if He has given you a birth as a human being, that means you are the selected one. You are that masterpiece. You are the masterpiece. You should have that faith in you. You should have that self-image in you. And it is not a coincidence. Mummy daddy came together and I was born. No, nothing in life happens out of coincidence. Everything is incidental. There was a time when Gandhiji was required and Gandhiji was born. There was a time Subhash Chandra Bose was a need for India to tell, we are military. Our military force is even more stronger than Ahimsa. Yes, there was a need for Modi ji to be available now to frame what India and Hindutva could become. Yes, in the same manner, there was a time now that you are born. Ask yourself, why are you born? Try to look for that answer and you will start seeing, you will start framing your life much, much more beautifully. All of us will have to die. Nobody is always alive. When I die, there is the judgment day. When you go there, you should be proud of saying, oh God, you have given me a gift to be a human being. I have lived my life so successfully. I think you will feel happy for my life. That feeling you should give. It should not be that he gets a feeling, did I waste a life by making him a human? That kind of a question should not come. So usually what happens, when I see that result, something deep inside me says, hey, arey yaar, this is not my result. I should have come much, much more better than this. So immediately your mind starts planning. What does your mind do? Next year it is not going to be the same. Next year, let the academic year begin. From first day only, I will be so disciplined. I will have so much of good habits. Nobody is going to actually change me. And first day in the college when I go, the first class, whatever the teacher does, between the first and the second class, I'll finish off the revision. And whatever the second class happens, between the second and the third, I'll finish off the revision. I know that I don't need 1 hour lunch break. I'll finish my lunch break in 10 minutes and the rest 50 minutes, I'll revise whatever was done in class 1, class 2, class 3. And after I complete the entire day, I know I have wasted a lot of time. Actually going, gossiping around, moving around, wasting time. No wasting of time here afterwards. I'll come directly from college to home without wasting any time. I'll revise everything that is done in the college and I will be ready for the next day. And even late in the night, I will go to bed only after completing one more revision and get up early in the morning. Plan is done. All of us are winners. We always plan because there is Krishna who is always on the side of Arjuna, the positive mind, and there is Duryodhana, the negative mind. Krishna, the moment he alerts, this can be a better result than you, Arjuna. Then Arjuna says, I understood Krishna. Next year I won't do the same. You look how I start my next year. And every time a new year comes, new academic year I'm talking about, the first day of class happens. Because it was the first day, the lecturer comes, she says, let me not take up complete 1 hour, I'll occupy you for 45 minutes, and for the 15 minutes, she will give you a free time. The moment that 15 minutes is given, what should you do? You should start preparing for the lessons, whatever has been covered. You pick up the pen and you are about to start. ಇನ್ನೇನು ಶುರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದಾಗ ಆಚೆ ಈಚೆ ಒಂದಿಬ್ರು ಮೂವರು ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟ. ವಾಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಯು ಸೇ? ಯೆಸ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೂ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯು ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್? ನೋ. And your mind, you will say, no, I will do like this. Instead of this period, next period I will start. And then you push it to next period. When the next period, there was only an half an hour class because it was the first day, and the teacher says from tomorrow nothing doing, I'll be taking a complete 1 hour of session. You will have to come prepared and everything will be done a little faster than the last academic year. You have half an hour of free time. And you open the same book and you are about to start. When you are about to start, something deep inside stays. I'm not saying don't start. Instead of first period, second period, you start next period. So what has happened? You have done what is called as procrastination. You did not say, I don't want to study. But what did you say? I will study. Instead of this period, I'll study in the next period. Okay, next period what you did? Instead of this period, I'm not saying I'm not going to study. Instead of this period, I'll study in the next period. 2 times you have done procrastination. And when the third class comes, the teacher says, today I'm not going to take anything. You're free to do whatever you want to do. You had ample time to revise the first period and the second period, you don't. And now mind says, next period is not working. We'll do like this. Afternoon, once for all, I'll do the final revision of all the 4-5 classes. Now, your procrastination, which was consistently telling next period, slowly it starts defending itself and says, next period is not working. What I will do, in the break time, whatever the lunch time, anyway I'll complete of the lunch in 10 minutes and I will start the process. And when the lunch period comes, you say, lunch is not working. We will do like this. We'll forget today in the class. Evening when I go home, I will definitely do. And then when you go back home in the evening, something deep inside wants you to start. And again there is a negative mind, Duryodhana says, I'm not saying don't study. Instead of today, first day of college, you want to study from tomorrow. You push it to tomorrow. Then when the tomorrow comes, you push it to again tomorrow. When that tomorrow is not working, what do? Tomorrow is not working. From next Monday, 100% I will start. And you push it to next Monday. When the next Monday comes, you say, next Monday is not working. Next month first, anyway it is a beautiful first. Next month first, Kanditvago I will start off, and you push it to next month first. When next month first comes, you push it to one more next month. And you say, next month is not coming. Anyway, Christmas is coming, Once the Christmas starts, I will also start. And you push it to Christmas. When Christmas is not there, you push it to New Year. When New Year is not there, you push it to... Do you know what is happening in all these places? All of us are born equals. But we will not die equal because we don't know how to manage the starting trouble habitual problem. In every time, whenever you wanted to start something, you really wanted to start, but at that particular moment, you got into a problem called as starting trouble. Why that starting trouble came up? The starting trouble came up because you did what is called as procrastination, postponing things. None of you joined this MBA telling, I will be the last person in the complete list. None of you. Everybody joined telling, I'll be the first person in the list. But for you to become first person, your negative habits is actually creating all the trouble. You wanted to see yourself there, and that person whom you're looking at, his percentage of marks is 90. Your percentage of marks is 70. It could be anything, 60, assuming 50, assuming 70, 80, 90. I'm asking you, whatever you have scored is your present percentage, and what you wanted to achieve is the dream in which you saw you can do better than this. But for that better than that to happen, Kelu karma you will have to do. You will have to work. But in that, what is coming? The first hindrance is starting trouble. Every time you want to start, something deep inside pulls you back and it says, instead of starting now, you can postpone it and you can start it later. So what is happening here? You are getting into one more vicious cycle. What is that cycle? We say living with the problem. Starting trouble will lead to what is called as procrastination, and procrastination will push you to live in the same problem. You push it to next period, you push it to tomorrow, you push it to next Monday, you push it to next month first, and then you push it to any of your festivals or any of the date that you feel comfortable, so that, because when you are actually in that loop, every time postponing, are you comfortable? No. There is deep tension in you. So what you do to make yourself relaxed, what you say, I'm not saying I'm not going to do, I will do it, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll take up one more example. Today a class was done, and after that the teacher gives you an assignment. And she says, this assignment shall be completed before the end of this week. Assignment is given. What should you do? Go immediately start writing the assignment. The objective of giving the assignment was so that you spend lot of time in preparing for the assignment, getting information either from ChatGPT or Google, and try to collect information, create a notes, make it better, and write a record book so that you understand it better. When you understand it better, it will help you in the exam. Objective was, this should help you in the exam. So the assignment was given. But what really happens, you go home today and you're about to start, what do you decide? Why today? I'll do it tomorrow. Again, starting trouble, procrastination. When that tomorrow comes, tomorrow you're sitting in the class, the same lecturer will come. I've not completed this assignment. I'll complete this assignment. That pressure is still there. At least next day you do it. Next day, again you push it to next day. Again you push it to next day. Because of this procrastination and living with the problem, you are entirely stressed in the entire moment. It is stressful. And finally, when Saturday is the submission, Friday anyhow you are going to do the assignment. But the objective has changed. When I say good and bad habits, the habit of what you were supposed to achieve is not going to be achieved. Why? You're only writing the assignment because you know tomorrow the teacher will scold me if I don't complete the assignment. So you scribble, you copy, you paste to do something, and you try to complete the assignment. But has it helped you anywhere to go very close to the exam score? No. Why? The objective is lost. When things are not done at the right time, the objective of the things gets actually disturbed. It is very important that things should happen at its own time. We will talk about that principle. So what happened? Every time you wanted to start anything, starting trouble, which leads to procrastination. Procrastination starts leading to living in the same problem, and that living in the same problem starts creating stress. After 1 week, the baggage becomes big, because first day, second day, third day, 8 days of classes, you're actually studying your missed. Whatever emergency, like finishing the assignment, finishing the notes which the teacher checks, you finished it off. But studying for that so that you can see yourself not at 70%, at 90%, that activity has not happened. That has got into procrastination. Now what happens? 1 month is passed. You have a baggage of 1 month. And by then, the first test was announced. When the first test was announced, somehow because there is a test, the whole night you study and you get a score, and the score was exactly what percentage you had got in the last academic year. And slowly your mind says, 90% will not be possible. So what you will do, you will say, if 90% is not possible, let me not, I will definitely get 80%. So what will you do? You will bring the bar down. Why? Otherwise your stress is too much for you to handle. So what you say, 90 better, 80% I'll definitely get. 1 month ke you're brought from 90 to 80. 80% I'll definitely get. And again the next month all the activities will start. You are somehow doing something which is emergency, but you are not preparing yourself to push yourself to 80%. And second month is over, and third month is over, one more test is announced. Again, when one more test is announced, you get the same percentage what you got in the last academic, and slowly you start seeing in 60% ಬರೋರೆಲ್ಲ ಮನುಷ್ಯರಲ್ವಾ, backbenchers ಏನು successful ಆಗಿಲ್ವಾ. So you actually do this to yourself. Why? You want to stay comfortable. Otherwise stress is unnecessary bothering you. Then what you say, 80% is not possible. Definitely I will take 75%. That means the improvement in you was 25%. You bring it to only 5% because of starting trouble, procrastination, living with the problem and stress. Do you know what all this created? It created a giving up attitude. From 80, 90 you came down to 80, from 80 you came down to 75. You will start slowly giving up, and the next month passes, the final exam results will come, and ultimately you will score what you scored last academic year. Now, do you think you should change this habit? Yes or no? All of you, do you think you should change this habit? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let us see what can be done in order to change this habit. Everything. It could be even simple to simple things. You start actually doing this. One of your HR, because he regularly meets you, who is in charge of placing you, he meets you and he says, I'm just taking one example. I'll take up an example that the student name is Ravi. Mr. Ravi, can I have a word with you? That Mr. Ravi could be any one of you. Or it could be one lady. I'll take up an example of anybody. Lata and Ravi, can I meet you personally? Can you come to the HR chamber? You go there. There is an HR in your college who is called as a placement officer. He cannot place you until and unless you're actually equipped with the right kind of skill sets. There is no shortcut. If he could attend the interview on your behalf, he could have attended the interview on behalf of every one of you and he could have got a job. But that's not going to be possible. So what does he do? He calls you and he says, you should work on your communication skills. It's not that you don't have good English, but you do not have a formal languaging skills. Speaking formally is different, speaking casually is different, speaking semi-formally is different. Instructions are given, and he says there are a lot of soft skills training that would be happening inside the college or outside the college. There are a lot of places where people train you on basic soft skills, advanced soft skills, accent training, fluency improvement. Or there are places where they prepare you for IELTS and TOEFL. These are the places where they equip you for language programming. Instructions given, immediately you will decide, yes, next week I will definitely do this, sir. And next week when the HR meets you, did you? No, sir. Next week I'll definitely do it, sir. Something happened at home, I could not. So again you get into this starting trouble, procrastination, living with the problem, which ultimately leads to stress and giving up. You wanted to start your soft skill classes, you postpone and you start living with the same problem. And slowly you say, with whatever English I have, if I get whatever job, that is also okay for me. Who says I want that kind of a job? So what you will do, you will start giving up. It could be even simple to simple things. Starting trouble can lead to what is called as giving up, and it is going to live as an habit and it is going to die as an habit in your case. Let me take up one more simple example. When we have three kinds of personalities. I have a birthday party of my son and I invite three personalities. First would be Ram. I know Ram is an habitual time management person. Whenever something is told, he exactly comes at the same time. So what I do, if my birthday party is at 6 o'clock, I call Ram and I say, Mr. Ram, I would like to invite you for a birthday party. The party is at 6. Please be there by 6. Because I know he follows it. And there is one more, Ravan. Whenever I say it's a birthday party, he always comes 1 hour late. So what do? I called Ravan and say, hey, I forgot to tell you, but I'm inviting you specially for a birthday party, and the birthday party is at 5. Please be there by 5. Because I know when I say 5, he will definitely come by 6, because it has become this habitual that every time when there is something, you always push it and go late. That should not become your habit. Or too much going in advance also is a sin. There is one more, Lakshman. Lakshman is a good boy, I don't say no. If I say 6 o'clock is a party, he comes at 5 only and keeps on bothering everybody. So what I do, for his sake, what I say, hey Lakshmana, birthday party, ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಂಟೆಗೆ 5 ಗಂಟೆಗಲ್ಲ 6 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ. Because if I say 5 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ, he will come at 4 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ. So if I say 6 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ, he will come. So what should I say for 6 ಗಂಟೆ? I should say 7 ಗಂಟೆ birthday party. When I say the birthday party is at 7, he will always come 1 hour early. And for him, if I want him to come on time, I will always say 1 hour early. But I am inviting for my birthday party, this is okay. When you go and attend an interview, when you take certain responsibilities, and when you commit a time, you cannot be like Lakshman or Ravan. Who is going to listen to you? The person who is going to be listened will be that person who is always going to be Ram. If this is the time you are going to complete, on or before that time, you will have to complete. You should value your own time. If you don't value your own time, nobody else will value. And these starting trouble, procrastination, living with the problem, stress, how do you think it is going to come? So let us understand what is the origin of this starting trouble. So in order to understand this origin of your starting trouble, let us understand something which we actually postpone on a daily basis. How many of you go to bed? How many of you go to bed telling your parents, Amma, nale nan ಎದ್ದೇಳಬಹುದು, ಎದ್ದೇಳದೇನೋ ಇರಬಹುದು. Do you know the most dangerous place ಯಾವುದು ಇರಬಹುದು? Maximum deaths will not happen because of any calamity. Maximum deaths happen in the bed, on the bed. Maximum deaths. You go research it. You ask ChatGPT, he will also give you the same answer. It is a research that has found out that you think actually the bed is the safest place. Maximum deaths have happened there. You sleep and you say, "Ratri malgodru, ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಎದ್ದೇಳಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ." So you go and you say, Amma, ನಾನು ಮಲಗ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಬಟ್ ಎದ್ದೇಳ್ದೇನೋ ಇರಬಹುದು, ನನ್ನ ಆಸ್ತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ತಮ್ಮಂಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡೋಣಮ್ಮ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, no akkas here is going to perform that, or no brothers here will say, ಅಕ್ಕಂಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಎದ್ದೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ. No, all of you are so sure that you are going to get up. You fix what is called as an alarm. An alarm could be anything. It could be your mother, whom you say, Amma, please wake me up at 4 o'clock. Why? Because I want to see myself at 90%. Alarm is set. Or you open up a mobile and you fix an alarm that you wanted to get up at 4 o'clock. Or you tell your dad the alarm, I need to wake up at 4 o'clock. Alarm is set. Now you go to bed. Early in the morning. Exactly at the time when the alarm is set. Alarm will ring. What do you do? Again, the same starting trouble. What do you do? Exactly the same what you did in the starting trouble. As soon as the alarm rings, you go and you snooze it. Snoozing is what? I'm not saying I'm not going to get up. Instead of 4 o'clock, I'll get up at 4:10. Maybe the snoozing time is 10 minutes. Or if your mom is waking you up, your mom is going to call, ಎದ್ದೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಲ್ಲ ರವಿ, ಎದ್ದೇಳಪ್ಪ. He says, then mom, it's 4 o'clock now. Mom, you do like this, mom. Please wake me up at 5 o'clock. So starting trouble is going to push you to procrastination, and this procrastination will create one more new starting time. What is that new starting time? The new starting time is 5 o'clock. It happens even with lecturers, even with me. Today I was supposed to get up at 4 o'clock because I was told the first session will start from 9 to 11. It is going to be for MBA students, and the topic is Habbits. And the second session will be from 11:30 to 1:30. And you know Bangalore traffic. When I came early in the morning from Wilson Garden, which is very close to Kormangla or Lal Bagh, to here, it took me just 23 minutes. Now you check Google, it says 1 hour 15 minutes and it says it may change. Why? Because of the traffic. Your traffic cannot control your time management. It has been in my history, thank God, I have never been late for any seminar even for 5 minutes. I know the traffic condition. I always make it a point. I come 1 hour early so that my mind is calm and settled. The same thing should be followed when you go to an interview. Don't do that last minute jumping into what is called as an interview hall. It will never make you feel comfortable. You will never be able to get through the interview. If you want to actually get through the interview, the first attempt has to be, let me come at least 1 or 2 hours in advance. One. And one more could be, let me come on the previous day to the place and identify the place and then go. It would be still more better. So these are basic rules that you will have to follow. Mom is calling. At 5 o'clock, because you have snoozed and you have created a new starting time, your mom will again call. Oh my dear son, it's 5 o'clock. You told you are going to get up at 5. Please get up. As soon as this is told, son again says, Mom, put the geyser on, Mom. Keep the breakfast ready, Mom. 6 o'clock, definitely I will get up. What you did? Starting trouble, procrastination, and you started living with this problem. So your mind has already understood that I fix a time and I procrastinate. So what has become your habit? You are an habitual procrastinator. That has got into your head. Anything. Tomorrow I am going to return your book. Come what may, tomorrow I shall return your book. Otherwise you tell him, I am going to return the book this Saturday, so that you can return it on Saturday. That value addition you will have to give for your own commitment. Otherwise people will never value your commitment. He has told, he will definitely not follow. Why? That is his habit. He never follows. Liar, he always lies. That is his habit. Excuse giver, he always gives an excuse. That is his habit. Jealousiness, that is there in his blood. He doesn't even like his own sister score better than him. Forget about other sisters scoring better than him. So jealousiness has become his habit. You will have to change. Habits doesn't care from where you take it. Ultimately, habits will decide what you are going to become. That is going to be the rule. So what happens? Mom again calls at 6 o'clock and she says, it is time, my son, you have already procrastinated twice. Will you please get up? The son says, Mommy, tell me 2 reasons why should I get up. I am not Yediyurappa's son. I am not Modiji's grandson also. Why do you think I should get up? Then the mom and the entire family members, they rush to the first floor where he is sleeping. Mom goes there and she removes the entire bedspread and she says, my dear son, get up. You wanted reason, na? Reason 2. Reason number 1. The keys of your college is with you. And you should be there. Reason number 3, there may be a duplicate key by which the college would have opened, but the college will never start this assembly until you go. Why, Mama? Why they don't start the assembly? Because, my little son, you are not a school going or a college going student. Then what am I, Mom? You are the principal of that college. Go! She comes and she chases him. Again I am telling you, attitude or habits doesn't care where you shape them. Ultimately, it is going to shape your life. In every activity, we do the same thing. Sometimes we look so stupid. Sometimes it is going to slap you so horribly, you will never be able to come back. When life slaps you for the mistakes of starting trouble, what you have done, there is no returning back. Even in health hazards, you do the same thing. Let me tell you a real story. I don't want to take the name. It was my aunt. She was a vice principal of a reputed college. I used to go to that college to give sessions. It so happened that she had a very beautiful daughter who was married off, and her daughter was carrying. and the date was expected to be in another 8 to 10 days. During that moment, my aunt developed a small pimple on her breast. She wanted to go to the hospital, being an educated, learned, and she was a science teacher. She knew I need to go to the hospital. But somehow, because our daughter was expecting, she thought, let my daughter come back home and then I will go. The first starting trouble and procrastination happened there. She postponed it. And she thought, let my daughter come back home. And her daughter, after 10 days, she gave birth to a beautiful angel. She had a granddaughter. Looking at that granddaughter, she forgot everything, but the pain was still there, and the pimple, which was very small, started becoming larger and larger, and now she was actually getting into unbearable pain. At that moment, she wanted to go to the hospital, but she thought, such a loving daughter is coming, why should I tell everybody and disturb them? I'll wait for one more week, let her come, let her settle in my home. And then I will go. And she again brings her back from the hospital to the home, and everything is happening at home. In that pain, she wanted to go to the hospital. Again, she procrastinated telling, and she started living with this problem, taking that pain. It was unbearable. And finally, when she had to go, they decide a 15 days or a 30 days ceremony. Somehow 15-day ceremony they could not do because the day was not auspicious. They push it to 30 days, and she also pushes her checkup, saying, after that I will definitely go. There is no way I am going to stop myself from doing it. I will go to the hospital. And then after 1 month, the ceremony is happening. At that moment, because she was wearing those silk sarees and other things, she could not bear the pain. Because of the pain which she could not handle, she collapses. She becomes unconscious. Everybody is disturbed. We take her to the hospital, and then in the hospital, the lady doctor who actually assists her, she called me and she told, what is this? She being such an educated, I think she is having cancer, and it is not 1 or 2 stage. Either it is 3rd or 4th stage. Every time when there was a starting trouble, he postponed it. We do it in everything. All of you are beautifully nice. 1 or 2 peoples will come here and there. Go to the hospital immediately. No, I'll go next week, next Monday. No, I'll go next month. And slowly you go, and the doctor will say, what should I do? Pimples. Amma, you should have come at least when there is no pimples in some place of your face, so that I would have worked on it. So procrastination and postponing is going to be very, very harmful. And exactly, even after the chemo, my aunt, she could not live for more than 30 days. She passed away. In life, when you keep on getting into starting trouble, procrastination, living with the problem, and she was completely stressed. The stress was so high because she wanted to go to the hospital. She could not go to the hospital. She kept on giving up. And finally, she had come to a stage where when I spoke to her, she told, at one point of time, Malik, I had decided, it's okay. My time has come. So there was no use in scolding her. When you see again the result in the next academic year, you will say, it's okay. 60% barorella manushraya alva. You actually specify yourself. So, what is the remedy for this? I have told all this, that is understood. I have told you about starting trouble. So, all of you will repeat after me. The negative habits that I will have to give up are, everybody, the negative habits that I will have to give up are, starting trouble negative habit, procrastination negative habit, living with the problem negative habit, stress negative habit, giving up negative habit. So you should give up on all this 5. All of you, can you pick up your first right hand with fingers spread? Okay, the first one is starting trouble. Okay, I promise I will give up starting trouble. Everybody, I promise I will give up starting trouble. 2. I promise I will give up procrastination. Everybody. I promise I will give up procrastination. 3. I promise I will give up living with this problem. And the 4th, I promise I will give up getting stressed. I promise I will give up on giving up attitude. Now, what is this a solution? All of you have heard about this. Beautiful. Now, actually, what is stress? If at all, today's lessons, if you would have completed today only, and tomorrow only, every Saturday you would have finished the revision, where was the stress called as examination stress? Where was the stress of study stress? Actually, what is the stress? Stress is nothing but the gap between when it should have been done and ultimately when it was done. When you see, when the alarm rings at 4 o'clock, somehow if you would have pushed yourself and got up at 4 o'clock, you would have actually felt so good afterwards. It's not immediately. Immediately, because you are not able to give up the pleasure, it is not making you feel comfortable. Always remember, God plays a beautiful trick of in every painful activity, He keeps a permanent pleasure in the future. In every temporary pleasurable activity, He keeps permanent pain in future. Getting up early in the morning, is it a pleasure or a pain? It's a pain. You also know, I also know. Instead, you want to sleep because early morning sleep is so sound and comfortable sleep. You don't want to give up on that sleep. Why? It is such a pleasurable experience. You want to experience that pleasurable experience day in, day out, day in, day out. When the examination comes and when the examination results are announced, what do you experience? Permanent pain. You feel like slapping yourself and saying, what is this? I wasted one more year by coming at the same percentage. Next year at least I will do. But you will get into this cycle. What is stress? The stress is nothing but the gap between when it should have been done and ultimately when it was done. Today your mother gives you a light bill, go and pay immediately because she has told on the way to the college you pay it off and go. What do? On the way to the college, you need to pay, but you don't. You are supposed to pay, you see the queue and you decide for what reason you procrastinate. It is not going to work. It is never is going to work. But the postponing has happened, that will affect your future. What choice you make right now may not affect immediately right now. It is definitely going to affect your future. So, you will have to take up the choice which is painful. Even if the queue is lengthy, let me stand. Once it is finished, the stress is out. Otherwise, in the class, something is happening. Ma'am is talking about some bill and then you remember, your electricity bill I have not paid. It gets postponed to tomorrow. Again, it gets postponed to tomorrow, and you say next Monday, and next Monday you forget it off. Why? Naturally, that giving up attitude will come. And finally, when the lineman comes and removes the fuse, you realize. And most of you will not listen to your teachers also. You will unnecessarily get into stress. Let me tell you a beautiful story to make you understand. Because I am little good in communication, whenever there is an alliance that has to happen, they actually call me. If alliance should not happen, they will call my friend. Because wherever he goes, whatever he utters, it will disturb the entire environment so horribly that whatever the purpose of that entire meeting is, it is going to be dissolved. So what they do, whenever there is such event, they will invite me. One day I got a call from my uncle. Malik, are you free tomorrow evening? I told, yes uncle, why? We are going to see a girl for his son. His son's name is Girish. He says, we are going to see a girl for my son. I want you to be there and you please advise him how he has to behave. All of you know how this ceremony happens. A boy's family will go to a girl's family. There will be some important members who will be attending, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 or maximum 6 people will go. And they meet the family of the girls. the rituals will start where they will initially give a welcome water as a drink, because which is considered as most sacred. After that, juice would come. After that, some light snacks would come. And one of these events, the girl would be allowed to serve all this. The family will have to look at the girl, and then they will have to decide. And then the next meeting happens. Everything is arranged. My cousin Girish, he works for Infosys. He's a networking engineer. All of you have this attitude. You don't want to listen to elders. That cousin of mine is also the same. I called him. I told Girish, Hana. He calls me Malikana. He says, yes, Malikana. I'm telling you, tomorrow are we having any important occasion? He started blushing. You will know. Okay, don't blush, but follow my instructions very seriously. Tomorrow, have a very light breakfast. Don't actually eat lunch. Because when you go to see a girl, you should behave properly, whatever they have served. At least 50% of the quantity of what is given in your plate should be completed. At least the first few quantities. The rest of the quantities, if it is lunch, you can always reject. But other things you should not reject. So please follow my advice. Don't drink too much of water and don't eat lunch, and eat a very light breakfast. Instruction was given for the same: starting trouble, procrastination, living with the problem, leading to stress, ultimately leading to giving up. Giving up means, I'll give you a neat picture there. He just told, but I knew he's not going to follow. He kept the phone. I again called, Girish, I'm again reminding you, do not eat anything tomorrow. If you want to have a breakfast, have a light breakfast. Do not have lunch. If you are very, very hungry, a very, very light lunch, and the rest I will take care. I have the best dress for your occasion, and all the best I told, and I kept the phone. This guy was having a send-off because one of his friend was promoted to another department with a promotion, and he had a very heavy party meal. And how I identified, I went there at 5 o'clock. I was sitting there and Girish just came in. Sometimes when you look at the tummy, the buttons will say, I want to come out, I want to come out, I want to come out. That because we know our stomach is like a balloonish. When it says, I want to come out, I want to come out, I know he has eaten too much. I just told Girish, did you have any heavy lunch? Then he pulled his stomach inside and told, no Malikan, I did not have any heavy lunch. And he went. Everybody were getting ready. My uncle told again, you give him proper instructions, how he has to behave. For everything he says, no. Ask him, if they serve water, let him drink at least half a glass of water. If they serve juice, let him drink at least a full juice. When they serve coffee, let him drink the complete coffee. They may offer him biscuits, at least 2 biscuits he has to have. He cannot say no to everything. Have you instructed him? I told, yes, I'm a trainer, uncle. But following or not following my precautions, just now I have taken the class. Classes happen. But following the instructions or not, it is your choice. But for what choice you execute, consequences will be awaited. I told the same thing and all of us sat, and only 4 of us were going. I was driving, my cousin Girish, mom and dad. They never wanted to go as a big family. So we went there, they welcomed us. As soon as we got inside and we sat, one full big glass of chilled water came. I drank. One more incident happened. Before we could leave, I had told Girish, please use the restroom once and come. Because there you cannot use. He told, Malikana, I know how to control. But still use it once and come. When nature calls, what control will you have? No control. But you are not ready to listen. When you go to stage 3, stage 4, stage 5, there is no way of returning back. When nature slaps you badly, when life slaps you, you are in the end of the semester and in a week's time exam is there and you have not understood one particular chapter. You should have gone to the teacher much before, when the teacher always used to say, if you have any doubts, please come back to me. My department is walkable distance. My doors are always open to you. But most of you, casually you take that. That is what my cousin also did. We went there, we sat. I was completely fasting from morning till evening. They gave me a glass of water. I drank the complete glass of water. I was feeling comfortable. I saw my cousin, his stomach started boiling, and he drank the complete water. By that time, I knew his bladder was full. Now they offered him juice. He drank the juice. He's doing this. He's doing this. I told, I know it is not right, but still, I'll ask them, where's the restroom? Would you like to use? No, Malikana, I can't roam. Stress, procrastination, starting trouble leading to procrastination and living in that problem, and that living in that problem, stress. When is the girl coming? And he was offered juice, he was offered coffee, somehow with great, he completed coffee, and he's saying, when will the girl come? I told, she only offered you juice. Water was given by somebody else. Okay, and coffee was also offered by her only. Definitely, if I wouldn't have married, I would have married this girl. But that guy is in so much of stress, he doesn't know what to do, and this is what happens if you don't actually follow. So what should you give up first? I should give up starting trouble. What should you give up second? Because starting trouble will lead to procrastination. Starting trouble and procrastination will lead to living with the problem, and living with the problem will lead to stress, and the stress will lead to giving up attitude, and stress will lead to very funny doing of yours. And when he was helpless, I only shouted, where is the restroom? And they showed the way. This guy ran, and he still remembers, Maligana, on that day if I would have listened to you, my wife every day she nags me because of that incident. At least you should have advised me, don't marry her after that incident. Because he also saw the girl and she was beautiful. Now every time a fight happens, I know on that day what you did. But still I don't know why my papa gave my hand to you only. So that already happens, so keep it up. Why we give such illustration of story is, when the fact is told in the form of a fact, it doesn't get into your head. When the fact is told in the form of a story, it remains in you and you will start actually following it. I'll give you one more example because we were abused. Let us also take an opportunity. I still remember, this is a true incident. You guys are lucky, you go a short distance like this, you will find mall. You go short distance like this, you will find a mall. And for us, there was no such malls, only walls were there. I'm talking about you and the lecturers. I'm 50 now, maybe few of your lecturers are 45. For us, if we had to go somewhere, it had to be a long traveling to MG Road or Commercial Street. And we boys during the college days, my parents also used to give us some money and say, you go to MG Road, Ange Suttar Komba, because we were that Gandhian kids. But still we loved to come to MG Road, not for shopping and all. We used to come, we used to walk from MG Road to Commercial Street and Commercial Street back to MG Road. Because we are humans, we are males. So we used to look and observe those beautiful girls. Let me be a little sarcastic, tight pant, tight shirt. We were not those bad guys. Huh? Flower is there in the Lal Bagh, flower show. See and simply keep quiet and keep walking. That's how in MG Road it happens. Girls also do the same thing. Hey, look, we also do the same thing. Both of us know. It so happened that there were a lot of cobbler shops then. Today there are no cobbler shops because the shopping trend itself has changed. 3 girls wearing the best of the best dress. They were just walking, and we could recognize that they are walking with high heels for the first time. 3 of them are walking. In MG Road, if you stop, somebody will knock you and they will go. Today it is not the way. Then, if you are walking, you should keep on walking because the flow should go on. If you want to stop, you will have to go towards the side and stop. Otherwise, you will be knocked. When they were walking, they were not so comfortable. Somebody pushes one of them and all 3 fall down. The middle girl, she loses the heels of the chappal. What should you do? Immediate thinking is, take up the heels. The cobbler also is watching them. We were with the cobbler because we wanted to get one of my friends' chappal gummed. It is only gumming. As we were seeing, we saw 3 girls, and as soon as they fell, the cobbler told, hey, customer bartidare. because he felt the girl who fell down will definitely come here and there is a new customer coming. He was completing the work very fast and he wanted to leave. As he was completing the work very fast and he was leaving, slowly he realized, "Ee customer sigalla bida." And we thought, "Illiye bartidaralla sir, observe ಮಾಡಿ," he told. Then we started observing. When the middle girl falls, what should she do? Chappal is breaker. Do you think you were born from your mother's womb with the chappal, everything matching cream, green? No, it's natural. Take the chappal, put it into a cover, or hold it in the hand and keep walking. She says, "Everybody is watching. I don't want to go without chappal." And she's holding both the hands of her friends and she's hopping. 1, 2, everybody is watching her. Starting trouble, what she says, "I'm not saying I'm not going to do. At least I'll never go. Everybody is watching. There, I'll remove the chappal and I'll carry it in my hand." Observation? At least after that short distance, you should remove the chappal, put it into the bag and then go. Again, you see, because you will never find a place in MG Road where nobody is there. Now she again falls and the second one also breaks. The top portion breaks, the heels is there. At least now wear it, na? No. Now the cobbler says, "See, right now she can always put it into the bag and she can bring." The doctor told, even if it was second stage, if you would have come, a chemo would have helped. Even if it is 1 week past and from last 1 week you have not studied, it's okay. At least right now start studying. Right now a juice is offered, your bladder is full. Go now, use the restroom and come back. Because starting trouble and procrastination will never help you. It will unnecessarily create stress. And these 3 girls were so much stressed. And when she falls again, the chappal which was 2 pair, means which was 1 pair becomes 3 pair because it has been divided. The top portion is out, the bottom portion is out, and the foot portion is out. Now she comes with all of this, holding it, and she comes to the cobbler and she says, "Sir, amma, ಏನು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹೊಸ ಚಪ್ಪಲಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ." But if it was slipper, it is okay. What if it was cancer? Do you think there is a looking back? No. So what is the answer? All of us are seriously looking for what answer we have for this kind of a problem. Most of the time in studies also, we give up when we are close to the destination. Always life may same thing happens. You will find that you are close to the destination and then you will give up. If you would have buckled yourself and if you would have started studying, even when the daughter came back home, if she would have gone to the hospital at that time, few chemos, she would have lived at least for 4-5 years more. And there are a lot of people after third the stage, they actually are living very healthy life. It was possible, but if you start giving up and if it continues, at this point of time it will not work. So giving up attitude should not be there. So what is the answer for all this? What is the solution for all this? If I don't want starting trouble, I don't want procrastination, I don't want to live with the problem, I don't want stress. So what should I do? I should follow a beautiful system. The first one would be plan and organize. My entire work, entire day-to-day activity should be according to the plan, and I should exactly work according to the plan. Organize yourself according to the plan. Just like your college has, just like your university has. University has a plan. The final exam date is already fixed. The first sem exam already is fixed, date is fixed. The second sem exam date is fixed. For the complete 1 year, there is a plan and they actually work according to the plan. So in that plan, there are 3 things that we will have to follow. There is a time for everything and everything in its time. Okay? The answer for all the negative habits is, let us work according to plan. All of you repeat. The answer to all the negative habits is we should have a plan and organize ourselves according to the plan. In that, the first discipline is time discipline, second one is place discipline, and third one is right way and wrong way discipline. All of you repeat. The first one is time discipline, and the second one is place discipline, and the third one is right way and wrong way discipline. What is the time discipline? There is a time for everything and everything in its time only. Everybody repeat. There is a time for everything and everything in its time only. That should be the basic discipline of your life. There is a time for something and everything will happen in the same time. So what is happening? Everything looks very smoothly happening. You will never find two lecturers coming and fighting, this is my class, this is my class. No, because it is already pre-planned. You don't go to an exam and they say, today it is not this exam, it is some other exam. You will never find that. If anything like that happens, Rangnath will take care. Oh, public TV Rangnath. You need not worry because you know it will happen exactly according to the plan. What was the plan? Today was science exam from 9 to 11. Today my first session was from 9 to 11. Today my second session was from 11:30 to 1:30. The plan is organized and you start working according to the plan. So in your case, when I am saying plan and organize, your morning has to be designed very time managedly. Everybody should get up on the same time whenever you are supposed to get up. There is a wake up time fixed, there is a time for studies, there is a time for family, there is a time for friends. You should exactly work according to the plan. Assuming if somebody interviews your parent, ಈಗ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಟಿವಿಯಿಂದ one of the representative goes to your house and your mother is having a gathering of all her friends and the media person gets in. And one of your mother's friend will say, ನಾನೇ ಕರೆದಿದ್ದು ಅವ್ರೇನೋ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತಂತೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಕಿತ್ತಂತೆ ಅಂತ. So first they put the mic to one of the mother of one of the student here. Sir, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ, ಅಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ. And she starts, ನಮ್ಮ ಮಗಳು ಸರ್ ದೇವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ಪ್ರಸಾದ ಸರ್. ಸರ್ ನೀವು ಟೈಮ್ ಡಿಸಿಪ್ಲಿನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನನಗೆ ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್. 4 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಅಲಾರಾಮ್ ಓಡಿದ್ರೆ 4 ಗಂಟೆಗಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆನೆ ಎದ್ಕೊಂತಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಮಗಳು. 4 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಎದ್ದವರು ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಫ್ರೆಶನ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು from 4 to 4:15 she freshens up sir. From 4:15 to 6 o'clock she religiously starts studying sir. Such a great daughter I have. She studies till 6 o'clock and from 6 to 6:20 she takes bath sir. She works according to the time sir. There is a time for everything in its time. Our wake up time is always fixed. Our prayers, what we call it as morning bath time is also fixed. Study time is also fixed sir. After the bath there is a fixed what she calls as breakfast time. She sits for breakfast from 6:30 and she completes the breakfast by 6:15. 6:30 to 6:45. Such a disciplined daughter sir. Everybody is looking, wow, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಗಳು ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ. ಆಮೇಲೆ it continues. 6:45 she starts getting ready to go to college sir. She keeps every book so neatly. Whatever she was wearing, it is being packed up in the right place. Okay, well, the towel is put into the right place. My daughter is the daughter of discipline. Then 7 o'clock, she's ready. 7 to 7:15, she goes to the worship place. She does puja, sir, my daughter. And 7:15, she leaves the college. Sorry, she leaves home. By 8 o'clock, she's in the college, sir. And college also, she's a disciplined girl, sir. She always wears uniform neatly and she goes to the college. And once she comes back from college, sir, her footwear will go to the right place, socks to the right place, bag to the right place, books to the right place, her mobile to the right place, notebook in the right place, textbook in the right place. And she goes, sits in the place where she is supposed to sit and she studies till 7 o'clock, sir, until I offer her dinner. And after dinner, sir, till 10 o'clock religiously she studies. Exactly at 10 she goes to bed. After she told everything, everybody is jealously looking at her. Wow. And the media person goes. Everybody surrounds her. And nangonchu secret helkode. Means how they speak casually na. Nam maglu idale edolade illa. Alarm sumne namkavaste alarm idodu. 4 o'clock the alarm rings, she only gets up at 6 o'clock. She has never got up at 4 o'clock. So when all this is happening and she has no time for breakfast, she doesn't have a discipline of going to bed, she doesn't have a discipline of going to bath, she doesn't have a discipline of what time she has to go to the college. Our system is when this work gets completed, she will continue with this work. If time is not there, she will give up work. Sometimes she goes even without taking the bath, washing her face. What to do? Then she says, "Nan daughter ade." The person who was speaking, she says, "My daughter is also the same." Why? Even she also does the same. But nan inge TV helkododu. I want my daughter should have been like this. I'm asking you daughters, can you be the daughter just like your mother was interviewed and she wrote all those positive points? It could be even for the boys, it could be even for the girls. The first basic discipline is there is a time for everything and everything should happen in its own time. There is a time for get up, there is a time for studies, there is a time for movie, there is a time for every discipline of what you follow, there should be a time. Everybody repeat, there is a time for everything and everything in its time. The next is place discipline. Always remember, there is something called as Vastu of life. Vastu and Reno. There is a place dedicated for something and in that place only it should be executed. There is a place for puja, there is a place for kitchen, what we call it as cooking, there is a place for study. You may not have a separate room if you have beautiful, but in that one room all also, if you can fix up one place as my study place, and then when you start doing, it will be a beautiful way of actually living your life. So you should actually have a place and everything should be in that place only. My towel will go to the right place, my toothbrush will go to the right place, my mobile charger will go to the right place, my mobile will go to the right place. When I go back home also, my washable clothes will go to the right tub. Okay, whatever new dress I wear, I'll pick up from the right place. Like that, there should be a place discipline for everything that you do. Even in your book also, there is a notebook place where it is for class work, neat work, record work. There is a place for everything, everything in its place. Everybody repeat, there is a place for everything and everything in its place only. Again, 3 times. There is a place for everything and everything in its place only. One more time. There is a place for everything and everything in its place only. You should always have a place for studies, a place for play, a place for sleep, the place for dresses, belongings, place for pillows. When you follow this, there is an energy that is cultivated. When you will have to study in the place where it is comfortable for you and study in the manner by which you will have to write the exam. If you sit on the sofa and if you start writing, in the exam will you sit on the sofa and write? No. In the exam, you will have to sit on a chair and table, which may not exactly be of this design. The height should be managed, and every time you get an opportunity, you should be studying there. So this discipline has to be strictly followed. This is called as place discipline. And the next is right way and the wrong way discipline. What I mean by right way and wrong way, let me speak from academic point of view. Your score of your academics will be decided on how much you score in the exam. The score of your exam is directly proportional to what you write in the 2 or 3 hours of time that is given to you in the answer sheets that is being given to you. So what should be your practice? The right way of practicing is you should use the same methodology while you are actually studying. Most of your methodology is different. You spend in 1 hour, even in 1 hour, 90% of the time taking the information from the book and putting it in your mind. But in the exam, what do? You'll be taking information from here and putting it in the form of writing. So the right kind of studying is divide your 1 hour into 3 parts. The first 20 minutes, the middle 20 minutes, and the last 20 minutes. So 20, 20, 20. The first 20 minutes you should take information from the book and put it into your memory. That means you are reading. The second 20 minutes you should try and revise it. Close the book, recollect. If you have not got it, look at it, close the book, recollect. You should do that. And the last 20 minutes, close the book, keep it aside and start writing. Why? Because that is what is helping you to actually perform in the exam. You should not look at the book. Without looking at the book, you should revise. But do you think you will do that? No. There also starting trouble will come. You will read one chapter. After reading one chapter, you are trying to recollect some points from the first lesson. It is not coming. What do you say? Starting trouble. I think it is not coming now. I'll read the next lesson also, and then I will recollect everything. You read the next lesson. When you read the next lesson, first lesson itself did not come, second lesson will come. So what you will say? Today I will only read, tomorrow I will recollect. So starting trouble, procrastination, you will start living with the problem and you will say tomorrow I will recollect everything and I will write. And when the tomorrow comes, when you open the book, it looks like you have never read the book. So you will have to again get into that repetition. So that is what we say, there is a right way to do everything and you should do that in that right way only. All of you repeat, there is a right way for everything and everything in the right way only. Again, there is a right way for everything and everything in the right way only. As an MBA student, you will have what is called as a project to be completed, an internship to be completed, and a presentation should be given. So, you should prepare for the presentation. So, the practices what you do in order to prepare for the presentation will help you. So this is about planning and organizing. But most of you, one more attitude what we have is, just because I took a class today, tomorrow you are well equipped. Tomorrow when the alarm rings, all of you will remember me. That sir has told, as soon as alarm rings, let me get up. You will get up tomorrow. Day after tomorrow also you will get up. But most of you will not be able to hold on to it long enough. 3 dina ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ 4 dina ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. On the 5th day what you will say, this getting up is not working. I'll do like this, from Monday once for all I'll get up, till Monday I will take a break. What did you do? You did not hold on to that habit for a longer time. You got up tomorrow, you got up day after tomorrow, you also got up on the 3rd day, on the 4th day what you said, 3 days I have already got up, it's okay, I will start getting up from next Monday. So what you do, you will hold on to it long enough is not possible. That's the reason we say, if you can do something for 21 days, if you can do something for 9 days, and Navaratri is a practice of right rituals to be done for 9 days. If you can do that, that automatically will start reflecting. Now, saying all this, most of you are already out of my controlled talk. All of you are MBA students, smart students. Okay? BCA. How many BCA? MBA students are there? Okay, BCA? All are BCA. And talking to my wife, I thought, all this time I was talking to my neighbor's wife. My God. BCA. Okay, Bachelor of Computer Application. Guys, I think we will have to change. Anyway, all these things will hold good for you also. BCA means more smarter, na? Okay. Now, a simple question. What do you think is the ultimate goal of your life? What do you think is your ultimate goal of your life? How do you define success? BMW car? I'm helping you also so that we go to the right points. Okay, BMW car is my success. Yes, in order to achieve that, whatever you work towards is definitely going to help you. But BMW car is there. And your neighbor who studied in the same college, she comes with a better model BMW car. Do you think you will feel comfortable? Immediately you will feel, I need BMW second model. So what do you think is your ultimate goal of life? But why did you think of BMW? Why did you think of a job in Infosys? Why? Computer application students, why? Yes, give her a big round of applause. The goal of all goals is happiness. Everything that is happening or every decisions that is being taken on behalf of you by your parents, or every decision that you are taking is only trying to tell you that you are preparing for that happiness which you want to enjoy. All of you agree with this? When you were a kid staying at home, you always craved, I want to go to school. Because all your neighbors and elders who were your cousins and your neighbors who were little elder than you, they went to school. You always went to your mama and told, Mama, I also want to go to school. Because you felt at home it is not that happiness. You will get happiness in school, and you pushed yourself and you told, I want to go there for school. Why? Because you felt that is happiness. And your parents sent you to school. Were you happy? First day you were very happy, second day you were very happy, 1 week you were happy, 10 days you were very happy. But after few 10th, 11th day you started feeling, what happiness is this? I was so happy at home. Maybe when I go to high school I'll be very, very happy. Why? Because high school means the disciplines will be little less. That is what your mind is saying. So slowly what happens? You push yourself and you say, at high school I'll be happy, and you push your first standard, second standard, third standard, fourth standard, fifth standard. Same thing is going on in your mother's and your father's mind. My son will be very happy, and we will also be very happy when my son goes to high school and you go to high school. All of you went to high school? First day you felt high school, new teachers, new building, new place. It is going to be filled with happiness, and you went to school. First day was good, second day was good, happiness was to the peak, third day was good, and slowly what did you feel? Your primary was much more happier. Staying at home was still more happier. What happiness is this? And something tells you, no, when I go to first PUC and second PUC, I'll be very happier, and you pushed yourself to first and second PU. When you came to first PU, were you happy? Yes, first day you were happy because new friends, new place, new lecturers, new books, everything was new, and you started feeling, wow, the complete happiness is here. But once the lessons started happening, what did you feel? It is too much of studies. I was so happier in high school, much more happier at primary, still more happier at home. All of you felt this. And slowly what did you do? Definitely when I go to college, that too for a BCA, I will definitely be happy, and you pushed yourself to college. You came to college, the first year of college happened. Were you happy? First day, second day, third day, 10th day, you were very happy. And slowly you started realizing, BC is not at all happier here. +1, +2 was so happier, high school was still more happier, primary was much more at home, it was still more happier. And something deep inside says, it is an experience of lecturers and me, something deep inside says, if I get a job, I'll be very happy. You will have a struggle, just like your lecturers had a struggle, we had a struggle, and you will have that initial struggle, and finally you get a job. First month is over, second month is over, and slowly you start realizing what politics is our office. I was so happy in college days, I was much more happier, and the same thing continues, and you start feeling, what happiness is this? And slowly somebody says, you've got job now, you get married, you will be happy. We and your lecturers also felt the same thing. Oh, marriage is happiness. But marriage is happiness, only those people who have got married know. You can try this with your parents. I'll give you the way how you will have to try this. So the marriage is there in the mind. I come to my dad, or you go to your dad and you say, Dad, you wanted me to say yes for something, now I am ready. Dad knows. For what I wanted you to say yes? Papa, you told, you say yes. I'm telling yes. For what? He's trying to pull my leg, and I've given him green signal, he can look for a girl. He also knows this guy thinks happiness is marriage. No, marriage is a combination of heaven and hell, both packaged together. And then somehow something pushes you and you get married because that girl is seeing a new of you and you are seeing a new of that girl. You are only seeing the angel side of both of you. And from the engagement to marriage and after marriage 6 months only. If you want, you can ask your parents. I'll tell you what technique to use. Then after that, she will start looking like a devil, and for him, he will start looking like a devil. You want to try? Go home today. Nim tande kaina tagdo nim tale mele ittbiಟ್ಟು, Papa, whatever you say, you tell me that you are going to tell the truth, nothing but the truth. He says, okay. Papa, I think it was a beautiful occasion, you and mom getting married. I have a simple question. From the engagement till the marriage and after the marriage, 3 to 6 months, was mom an angel or devil? They don't confuse. Give them only 2 options. Angel or devil. What option you get? Your papa will look with a smile, you will say, hey, she was always an angel, yeah. You start the question. Immediately go to the next question. Papa, from 6 months after marriage till now, was mama always angel or sometimes devil? He will smile and he will say, don't tell her. I don't know, ma, after 6 months when she transformed herself into devil, she's always a devil, ma. But again I'm telling you, don't tell her, okay? So then you also promise and you come to your mom. You ask the mom the same question. Mom, how was dad from the engagement to marriage and after marriage 6 months? So beautiful angel, ma. You ask him for a small Lola, you call that, na? Used to get a big bangle. He is always an angel. From the marriage till, from the engagement to 6 months of marriage. And then you ask her the second question. Mama, Papa was, after that 6 months till now, is he always an angel or sometimes devil? I wanted somebody to ask me this question, ma. Don't tell your Papa. I don't know, ma. I used to ask one small earring used to get bangles. Not bangle, plural of bangles. Today I ask for bangle, he doesn't get. I don't know when he transformed himself into an angel. So, why I am telling you this is, then there is two happening after marriage and they start realizing, Arey, yaar, what is this? We were so happy as bachelors. Both your mother felt the same thing, your father felt the same thing, and then they started realizing, Manel and Mabu banbetre, everything is going to be heaven. You bring one small kid to your home, you will know. When a baby is in the neighbor's house, you go every now and then and say Chinnu Mundu and then come back, it is nice. If he comes to your place, he will be the boss. You had a discipline. What was the first discipline? There is a time for everything and everything in its time. Everybody repeat. There is a time for everything and everything in its time. That was the discipline. Do you think that small kid will follow? No. For him, anytime he can get up, anytime he can ask for milk, anytime he can sleep, or anytime he can cry. You cannot actually keep a count and keep a discipline there. Don't cry, you say, you will start crying more. First discipline. Place discipline is not there. You tell him this is a kakka room and you should do kakka there only, he will do in every other place other than that room. So there is nothing called as a place discipline, what we say. What was a place discipline? There is a place for everything. Everybody repeat. There is a place for everything and everything in its place. Okay. What time, man? 11:30. So there is a place for everything and everything in its place. Everybody repeat. There is a place for everything, everything in its place. Do you think that small boy will maintain this place discipline? Not at all. And there is no right way and a wrong way discipline. You start feeding him anything, he throws it all over the place. So what has happened in all these places, instead of living in this moment, right now in this moment you can be happy. I am taking class from past 1 hour. Right now in this moment you can be happy. But what are you thinking? You are cribbing about the past which you were not happy and you are anticipating that happiness will come in future. Happiness is not going to come in future, and if you start cribbing about the past, you cannot change the past. So what should you learn? You should start learning to live in this moment. What you should learn? You should start learning to live in this moment. All of you repeat. I should start learning to live in this moment. Right now I have an opportunity. Can I be happy? That should be something that is going on in your mind. Right now there is an option. Can I be happy? So we are a group of people who don't want to say, I should always be happy. All of you feel this? But our languaging itself is not like that. Whenever I want to wish her happiness, what do? I wait, I ask her, when is your birthday? Now, what's your name?
2nd December.
2nd December. What's your name?
Aarti.
Okay. Now, Aarti's birthday is on 2nd December. I wait for every 2nd December to come to make her stand on the dais, and I will have to wish her what? Happy birthday. We give happiness in installments. If I have missed wishing her happy birthday, at least next day I can wish her a happy birthday. Instead of wishing her happiness for that day, what do you say? Happy belated birthday. You push that happiness to back and then you start wishing her. So that means you are not living in the moment. All of you think we say happy weekend. Do you think it is a wish or a curse? Let me tell you, it is a curse. I'll tell you why. Happy weekend, if somebody says today is Saturday, most of you are anticipating tomorrow is Sunday, so happy. So what do? You go back home happily because you know tomorrow is Sunday. You are not even thinking what time you want to have your dinner because you know today is Sunday, and you have a dinner so happily because you know tomorrow is Sunday. There is no time discipline at all. Sometimes you have your dinner at 9 or 10 or 11 and you go to bed at your own sweet time. Maybe 11:30 to 12 o'clock you go to bed. And you are not worried about getting up in the morning also because happiness is just to the peak. You get a sound sleep on Saturday. One of the best sleeps what you get is on Sunday on Saturday because tomorrow is Sunday. Sunday you get up at your own free time. And then you have your breakfast like you have never had your breakfast in your life. Then after that, the lunch time comes, you have your lunch as though you are the most happiest man on the world. And then after lunch, 2 o'clock happens, 3 o'clock happens. Now is the turning point. Somebody reminds you, tomorrow is Monday, what do? You feel like going to the calendar, tearing that Monday and putting Sunday 1, Sunday 2, Sunday 3 because you wish happy weekend. And the most difficult nights is Sunday night. That is the night you don't get the sleep at all because you are thinking tomorrow is Monday. What to do tomorrow? This is what we call Monday blues. So we are a group of people who don't want to wish good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Happiness should be constant, yes or no? So what do? Instead of wishing good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, we want to wish happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. All of you? Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. One more time. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Isn't that happiness should be only on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? All the months we want happiness? Okay, we will start. Happy January. All of you know January, February? Wow, BCS students. Yes, very good. Happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August, September, happy October, happy November, happy December. Now we will continue from Sunday to December. All of you are there with me? Okay, ready, steady, go. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. You did not practice this. You want happiness in the morning also? Happiness in the afternoon also? Happiness in the evening also? Happiness in night also. So let us do happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August, happy September, happy October, happy November, happy December. When there is no rhythm, it is just mere words. If I can put into action, all of you remove your hands, not remove it, loosen your hands. Okay, all of you can do the action. Okay, now just to make it more rhythmic, a dance and a music, when it gets rhythmic, your body starts feeling happiness. All of you are there? Okay, now the same thing we will do it with action. With your right hand, happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. He is not doing. I'll continue till 1 o'clock. Ready, steady, go. Ready, steady, go. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. ये हो गया? Now we have Sunday to Monday to Sunday. So we will do it rhythmically. Happy Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Thursday should come straight. All of you are with me? Clockwise from right side. Ready, steady, go. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. Now we have 12 months. 4 on the top, forehead level, bottom and low. What we will do? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Bend a little, September, October, November, December. All of us will do this. Ready, steady, go. Happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August, happy September, happy October, happy November, happy December. Now what is the season? Winter, no? Are you happy in winter season? We will take up 4 seasons, all the seasons we want to be happy. Happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. All of us? Happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. The last one, happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. All the seasons you should be happy. Now we will have to make one conclusion. Hold your hands like this. Everybody, irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation is, my happiness will always remain constant. Now, from one go we will do all from starting till end. From today, when you leave this hall, you meet your lecturer, it has to be happy morning. It is in the afternoon, you meet your teacher, it has to be happy afternoon. You meet your parents, you meet your friend. Change your communication to show that you are a good communicator by starting with happiness. Okay? Ready, steady, go. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. Happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August, happy September, October, happy November, happy December. Okay, then happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. Hold your hand like this. Irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation is, my happiness will remain constant. In another 5 minutes we will wind up. You 2-3 lines of you please come here. We will do it here. Come. Ma'am, on the dance. Yeah, at least one step. Ma'am, you also join. The next 2 rows. Please come. Ma'am, in one line. Ma'am, you should back it out. Go. Enough. You start like this. Yeah. Enough. Guys, you check. See, there is a small circuit. All of you know where our kidneys are? At this place. Our lip movement, whether it is connected to the kidney or whether it is connected to the heart. Whether they are just making a lip movement or they feeling the happiness. All of you should show that you are happy. Is that okay? All of us will do now. Ready, steady, go. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night, happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday, happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, then happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August, happy September, happy October, and happy November, happy December, happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. Hold your hands like this. Irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation is, my happiness will remain constant. A big round of applause. And then the next three words, come quick, come quick. One more and then we will wind up. Come. Guys, a PD session will be more effective when the audience are actually less. Happy ending, okay. Anyway, if the session would have been with a small gathering, it would have been much more better. I was privileged because I had an opportunity to take up the same kind of sessions for ISRO scientists, and we had a wonderful session with them. It was nice. I got an opportunity from this college. Thank you for Deccan Award, and thank you for each and every one of you. Guys, did you get something out of this class? Yes, sir. Was my class interesting? Yes, sir. There will be a small feedback forms. You could always give it. Your teachers will be giving it to you. Please give them the feedback form. Please don't remember the words what I have told you, starting the root procrastination, living with the problem, stress and giving up attitude. Please don't get into this. Okay. On morning.
Thank you for your inspiring words, sir.